Bill Murray takes on zombies, but it isn't Zombieland. It's a much, much worse movie.
So I take it you didn't like Zombieland.
I like Zombieland. So a couple nights ago, I saw Jim Jarmusch's The Dead Don't Die, starring Bill Murray and Adam Driver, as two cops in a small town where the zombie apocalypse is happening.
Brendan, did you like this movie?
No. I think it was our first episode of the podcast, maybe our second, where we talked about the trailer for this, and we were all looking forward to it. I saw this movie with my friend Justin. And
He's never going to go to the theater again.
He was also looking forward to this, and we both hated it. Like, we were squirming in our seats. We were so bored. Where do I even begin with this one? Okay, so it follows all these different characters in a small town. There are the two cops. They're the main ones. There's a gas station attendant played by the brother from Get Out. He was also the guy that was thrown out the window in 3 Billboards. I can't think of his name right now, but that actor. There's also a hardware store owner played by Danny Glover. There's a farmer played by Stu Buscemi. There's Tilda Swinton as the coroner. There are a lot of different actors in this. Selena Gomez plays an out-of-towner. And the characters just kind of run into each other. They talk for a bit about what's happening with the world, which this is, of course, a spoiler review. So the reason why there are zombies is because of polar fracking. It's throwing the Earth off its axis, which is causing weird things to happen. Which that's actually the most interesting thing about the movie, because that's also a plot point for the Richard Kelly movie starring The Rock, Southland Tales.
This movie keeps being brought up.
Yeah, I did not expect this movie to share a plot point with Southland Tales. It's the most interesting thing about the movie. Zombies kill some people at a diner. The two cops played by Driver and Murray are just like, okay, it's zombies. What do we do? Oh, we, have to kill the head. We have to decapitate them. More zombies overrun the town. More characters die. Some of them off screen. Some of them semi off screen. They talk about how this is going to end badly. They have meta humor. They talk about how the characters played by Adam Driver and Bill Murray are actually Adam Driver and Bill Murray gets mad at Adam Driver because Jim Jarmusch gave him the entire script to read, whereas he only gave Bill Murray his scenes.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
What? This happens in the middle of this fucking movie.
This happens towards the end of the movie.
What?
And then Tilda Swinton is carried off by aliens.
Did I just miss a... Did I miss a turn back there?
No.
Did I miss a fucking U-turn somewhere?
No.
Wait.
We were on Normal Boulevard and we took a hard left on fuck it all streets.
Hang on. Okay, now I'm curious. No, I'm super curious. I kind of want to see Tilda.
Actually,
I just want to see Tilda Swinton get carried off by a bunch of... is it little green men or little gray men?
No, just like this UFO comes in, the little tractor beam, boop, gone. Oh yeah, Tilda Swinton is like the coroner, and she's really good with swords, so she's like slicing and dicing zombies left and right until she like gets to the cop's computer and she's operating it with her mind, and then she goes to the cemetery, aliens, boop, gone.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Are you sure Jim Jarmusch didn't write this movie when he was drunk or high as shit and just like, fuck it, let's make it?
We can't prove that. We can't disprove that.
I'm gonna go with we can't disprove it for right now.
And so
because that's just gold. How is that bad? That just sounds so random. It's hilarious.
No. And then Bill Murray and Adam Driver have one last stand. They die, and Tom Waits gives like a narration about how the human race deserves to die because of consumerism. The end.
You know what? I wish I had something articulate and nice and thoughtful to say.
I'm just curious.
I just don't. Like, I don't even know what the fuck, like, the what you just described, like, makes me angry. And I wasn't even there.
Like,
it wasn't even my money.
Bill Murray couldn't even get a laugh from me in this movie.
You know, Bill's been a little rusty the last couple of years.
No,
too.
I mean, he actually tried in this. Like, he's in, like, it's not like...
He didn't phone this in.
No, this wasn't some little cameo. This wasn't some, like, 2-scene thing. He is top billed with Adam Driver for a reason.
Okay.
Even though there are all these characters, it is his movie and Adam Driver's movie. But yeah, I mean, there are just characters that don't go anywhere. Like, okay, Selena Gomez, she's just kind of passing through town with a couple friends, and they stay at a motel. And then the cops find their dead bodies.
Do you actually see the dead bodies?
You see the dead bodies. Adam Driver cuts off the heads, and it's like a whole emotional scene for some reason. The gas station attendant, when he sees Selena Gomez, like, there are all these, like, golden sparkles that are digitally added around her head, like, oh, love interest. They never see each other again. And it's like, I can see how somebody can make the argument that this is, like, what would really happen in a zombie apocalypse. Is like, people just kind of pass through each other's lives. Zombies happen. People die. The end. And then, of course, there's like the whole consumerism thing. There's the environmental message with the polar fracking. But I mean, we've seen all this in countless zombie movies before, done in much more interesting ways.
I like how they tried cramming all of it into one movie. Consumerism, polar
And I mean, it's a pretty nihilistic ending too, which that could put off some people. But for me, it's just like, there is no subtlety to this whatsoever. Like, I mean, George Romero's zombie movies, primarily the first three, Night, Dawn, and Day, there's some subtlety to those. Probably not as much as some would say, but also it's not as heavy-handed as others would say either. But you can still watch those movies and enjoy them as movies. Whereas this one, like with the polar fracking, you really can't go like the whole first half. I don't think you go like 2 minutes without one of the characters mentioning it.
fracking.
And that's the other thing that annoyed me about the first half of the movie too, is if one character says something expository, get used to that, because chances are you're going to hear at least 3 more characters say it.
All right, you know what? I have to.
Oh yeah, and then there was a subplot with these kids staying in the CDC. That's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
That's just what it is.
Um,
you know what, Brennan? I have to do this too, because I kind of want to hear your responses. Obviously, it's a very split crowd on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Okay.
But I want to read some of the positive reviews.
Okay.
I don't want to see how they hit your ear and what your reaction is to them.
This is fair. This is very fair.
Yeah. So.
Should we read the scores out first, or
No, because it's either like tomato or the splat. And this is, you know what?
I was gonna say.
I know.
That's not good.
I know. This is Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times.
Oh boy.
So who I do a lot of cases do agree with, but The Dead Don't Die is delivered in one long deadpan note. Some of the site gags and quips are gold. Others are just fillers, but still kind of interesting in a wacky sort of way.
It is definitely deadpan, which I don't mind deadpan. Like, that's the thing. It's like the style of it, I don't mind. The message of it, I don't mind. What I do mind is I didn't care about anything that was happening on the screen. Like, we were talking about the Child's Play remake, which, yeah, that one is definitely, it's been done before, but I cared about the characters. I cared about what they were saying. They felt like people. Whereas this one was just, it really was just deadpan for the sake of deadpan. Like none of the characters were just kind of caricatures of like small town people, and you can tell Jarmusch has something against small towns. Like none of these characters were painted in a positive light, even remotely likable light.
Even
really.
Bill Murray and Adam Driver's character?
They got it the best.
Okay.
But their characters begin and end with "We are cops."
That's it?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's everybody. Whatever your first impression of as a character, that's the character. It's
Okay.
we're cops. We're the motel owner. I'm the redneck farmer with a Donald Trump hat. I'm the nerdy gas station attendant that really likes fantasy and horror stuff. I'm the cute out-of-towner girl.
It's worse than stereotypes.
Pretty much.
The all right,
How do you get worse than stereotypes?
I got one. Another, I'm gonna do two more. This is from John Espano from the HollywoodChicago.com. From the flagrant foreboding to the mildly amusing metaism, this film was made for one reason and one reason alone: fun.
I'm just going to cut right to this was made for one reason alone. Fun. Who's fun?
I agree.
Like, this is a movie that I should have loved. Like, it has a cast that any director would kill for.
Yeah.
It had every opportunity. It had a unique reason for the dead rising, the polar fracking, and the Earth being thrown off its axis. That's a unique idea. And of course, the sheer nihilism of the ending, and like it really had the perfect setup. But like I said, it's just like I don't care about the characters. It's like it was just I don't like just relegating a movie to being just one word, but it was boring. Like I'm glad these people got something out of it. But for me, it's like I literally just sat there squirming. Like at first, I thought it was going to be, okay, this is a slow burn. All right, this is something that I can probably get into once it gets going. It's you know like the Salem's Lot formula, as I call it. Get to know the characters first without any of the horror stuff. Maybe hint at it here or there, and then the second half, it's full blown horror. But yeah, like I said, just nothing happened.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, aliens. Oh no, hang on. I'm sorry. Aliens.
yeah.
And the jokes aren't even jokes. It's just stuff that people say, and I guess I'm supposed to take it as a joke.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Like they're just kind of deadpan non sequiturs. Was there one more you wanted to read, Mark?
You know what? And actually, this is a positive one.
Okay.
But like it's kind of not, and everything else. This is from Christopher Reed, Film Festival Today. The actors make for great company, but as they drop one by one, so does our interest.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't even like. And the funny thing is, he rated this positive, and. Which is odd because he says a 2.5 out of 4.
Did he rate it positive, or did Rotten Tomatoes just label it?
Rotten Tomatoes
yeah.
must have labeled it.
Rotten Tomatoes has done that a couple times. Like
No.
I've legitimately seen like 4 out of 10s, 1 out of 10s with the tomato next to it.
Wow.
Their
that's-
labeling system is fucking terrible. Like,
Don't
trust it.
It seems that a 2 is bad and a 2.5 is good. That is their rate of the drop off scale.
And yet 59% is rotten, I believe. Is that correct? 59% is rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
I believe-
you need at least a 60 to be fresh, I think.
believe so.
That is correct.
But a 2.5 out of 5, which is a 5 out of 10, gets labeled as fresh. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it's 53% on the tomato meter, and the audience score is 38%.
Yeah, this shit is trash.
The audience.
It's like I always
ripped it
try
into
to
one.
grab at least one good thing from a movie, and I really had to stretch for this one. And it's so at the end when the cops are sitting in their car, trapped in their car in the cemetery. I really liked the way that they used the lighting of the police siren lights. So like cinematography wise, that looked pretty cool. But also, I don't remember the last time I recommended a movie to someone just because, oh yeah, the lighting in this one sequence is kind of cool.
It's a YouTube.
That's not a recommendation.
It's a YouTube clip. Like
Yeah.
you could send them in a YouTube clip, and man, in the audience are ripping it a new asshole, man. The let there be no mistake. Anyone that paid to see this thing deserves reparations.
Justin and I paid $12.50 each for this.
I am so sorry.
Wow. Slow, not a comedy, yet not scary. Walked out before I fell asleep. Worst movie I've seen this summer. Didn't find it to have any humor. It's a type of movie that people make to fulfill contractual obligations so they don't get sued.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's an
and
interesting
that's the thing, too.
take.
I haven't seen much of Jim Jarmusch's movies. I've seen 4 of his movies, I believe. 3 of them are some of his works in the 1980s. My favorite of which is Mystery Train, which is just 3 stories set across one night. That was actually one of my favorite movies of the late 80s. Down by Law, which is about 3 prisoners. That's a really interesting one. And Stranger Than Paradise, I described that one as Clerks 10 years before there was Clerks.
Wow.
So I've really liked some of his previous work. He also did Dead Man with Johnny Depp, which I saw, but I don't really remember it.
What year was that? That one sounds familiar.
94, 95. It's like a Western type movie in black and white.
Feel like I've seen that one before.
I remember seeing that one. I just don't remember much of it, so I'm not going to comment on that one. But I mean, he does have a different way of looking at things, and I was really excited to see his take on the zombie genre. And he does have that much drier sense of humor. So, it's okay, cool. I think it would be really cool to see his take on a zombie genre.
It should have been a home run, and it was.
It should have been, but it was just I was squirming.
waste of actors' times. Worst movie since Jupiter Ascending.
I never saw Jupiter Ascending.
I think.
Did anybody see Jupiter Ascending?
The people who saw it didn't care for it all that much. I'm sorry you wasted your money, bro.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get to go see it with you now.
Yeah, I mean nothing was funny, nothing was dramatic, nothing was scary, nothing was thought-provoking. The messages in it are all messages we've seen before, but done better, done smarter, done with more respect for the audience. I really wish I had something positive to say about it. I really do. I really wanted to like this movie, but there wasn't anything.
Holy shit.
One day when this is on YouTube, I'm just going to look up that alien scene because I am very curious.
Dude, I'm sure you can look it up now. And you know what? And
already tried. It's not up yet.
And honestly, man, you and I will be hanging out one day and we'll decide to go to Best Buy or Walmart and we'll find this thing for $1 in a bargain bin. And it'll probably be in 2 years. Maybe less.
Maybe.
It'll make its money back just because of the cast.
And the marketing doing a decent job.
Yeah, Justin was telling me on our walk back to the train, whoever cut that trailer together deserves an award or something.
The best.
Which, I mean, I never judge a movie by its trailer. There's been false marketing all the time. We even got into a whole debate about that when we talked about Prometheus a while back. So when I'm actually in the theater, I don't care about the marketing. I don't care about the trailers. I don't care about the commercials, the posters, anything. It's just the movie, and this movie it gave me nothing.
Yeah.
Not even not a laugh, not a chuckle, not even a smirk. It had nothing. and that's not the review that I was hoping I'd have for it when I was walking into the theater.
So not a single redeeming performance whatsoever. Nothing.
I mean, it has competent actors, so you know you're gonna get good performances. But also, like I said, if it couldn't even get a smirk out of me, were those performances really successful?
No, is
Like
that
the actors know, but also is that entirely the actor's fault,
Yeah,
or is it
exactly.
the writing's fault? Where do I draw the line between performance and writing?
I mean,
on
we've
this-
all
on something
seen
like
these
this?
actors in great roles,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna say it's
As
more
have I.
towards the writing.
Many of them have Oscar wins or nominations under their belt.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is like a what was that movie that they got a bunch of stars in, and it was one of the worst movies ever.
movie 30,
40,
no,
No.
34 or 43.
43.
No, this was not a movie 43.
Okay.
This was not. This was not that.
Did anybody even see that one?
I totally skipped it. After all, like the negative reviews I
It's
saw.
like I just
about
heard a slew of bullshit about it. I'm just like, all right, fuck it, I won't see it then.
Yeah, they literally bargain hunted actors with that. Honestly, dude, you say it the best in your Facebook post. Honestly, this movie is joyless. I don't even know who this was made for, unless you see horror as something to look down on. Resent the very existence of small towns and absolutely have to appear smarter than everyone else. There are a few comments already from below. I see no reason why anyone would say that they would like this. One of the worst movies I've seen in the last 10 years.
It isn't the worst movie he's seen in the
You
last
kind
10
of
years.
Butchered a little bit of the delivery on that one, but
Correct.
I think my point has been
Greatly
made by your reading of my Facebook post.
Yeah.
And I gave it 5 thumbs down after all that as well.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The dead don't die.
I feel sad.
Yeah, I felt nothing after it.
And we leave you with the nothingness of The Dead Don't Die.
Yep. Yeah, and this movie wanted to make the point that we're nothing. This movie made me feel nothing. So my rating for it is nothing.
At least it didn't make you mad. Like some movies have.
Yeah. But at least that's an emotion.
Correct. It's a lot worse.
I'd
I'd
least
rather
I
feel
felt-
nothing than feel mad.
Yeah.
And also get a goddamn aneurysm.
Oh yeah, so we'll go out on this. On our walk back to the train, Justin said, "Man, I need a drink." And my response to that was, "Man, I need a brain aneurysm."
Wow.
Yeah, Dead Don't Die.
Don't see it.
Don't see it. Don't see it.
Just wait for it to be $1 and rent it. No.
No, don't do that either. Give them no money.
Yeah, I wish I had something funny to go out on, but
That just shows how bad the movie was.
all right. Anticlimax. I mean, the movie just kind of ends, so this review is just going to kind of